Hi, I'm Lori and I love books, and today I'm going to start my new series, Deep Dive, and it's Winnie the Pooh by A.A. Milne. But before we get to the books, I'm going to be ranking 10 of the movies or television shows based on Winnie the Pooh. So at number 10, I have the Book of Pooh, and this is Winnie the Pooh, and the characters are in Christopher Robin's bedroom, and they're reading from his journal while waiting for him to come home. And there are puppets on green screen, or in front of green screen, and so it's very hard to watch visually. The stories that they are reading are very short, and just based upon the books as opposed to coming from the book. So instead of Eeyore finding his tail, it's a celebration of when Eeyore found his tail. And there are like 2 live actors, one for the mom and one for Christopher Robin, but they are only visual from like their upper thighs to their like throats, and it's just like, why are we listening to headless people? So it was just an odd choice. And then even though this is pretty long because the stories are so short, it just, you kind of don't really feel like you're watching anything because it stops and starts so much. So that's number 10. Number 9 is Winnie the Pooh. This was the 2013 remake of the 1977 film by Disney. But this is, it's supposed to be like a new take, but it doesn't feel like there's anything new about it. The action is much faster paced. The visuals are very similar to the original, so there's not much difference there, but the fast pace makes it less pleasant and takes away the charm. And then there's like more action in it, and I'm just like, well, it feels kind of off. And then some of the characters are kind of off as well, where Piglet isn't really scared of things. And it's like, well, that's his old character. These are archetypes of different characters, and Piglet's character is the frightened one. And so him not being scared, it just kind of, and it's not like explained like he had gotten past that or anything. It was just like, oh, he's scared for like 1 second and then he's over it. And so if the other one hadn't been so visually unappealing, then this would have probably been number 10. But since that one was visually unappealing, this is number 9. And I'm not saying it's a bad movie. It's just I don't get the point of remaking something that already exists when you're not really making anything new or different or unique about it. This next one is an adult film. I had never watched it before, and it's Goodbye Christopher Robin. This is very much an adult film about A.A. Milne, his wife, Christopher Robin as a child, and goes through Christopher Robin to a young adult. It deals with very adult topics like coming back from the war, having PTSD, marital issues, fighting between the parents. And so it was like really sad to watch, but it was very kind of poignant, and the end was good. And it's so like Winnie the Pooh is just a stuffed animal in this. And it does show the nanny, which I do remember from the poems, but I wasn't aware that like that was like somebody based on a real person, like Christopher Robin was. And so it's an interesting take, but definitely not a children's movie. So be careful if you watch that one. I think we're on number 6. No, number 7, sorry. This is the Shirley Temple Storybook collection, and it has Winnie the Pooh and Babes in Toyland. I'm just going to talk about Winnie the Pooh. This is when Shirley Temple is a young lady, and she's telling the story to an actor playing Christopher Robin in this kind of grand house, and they're on a staircase, and then it transitions to Christopher Robin being in a stage set of the Hundred Acre Woods, and there being these large puppets that are being acted out as the characters. They, like Rabbit and Owl, are almost as tall as the child. It is a lower quality video because it is so old, but it was very charming, and it the only like real problem was sometimes I couldn't hear what Christopher Robin, the actor playing him, was saying. But it was pretty cute and charming, and it stuck very well to the story created by A.A. Milne. And then this next one I watched online, but it's called Finding Winnie, The True Story of the World's Most Famous Bear by Lindsay Matlick. This is a book as well as like a short, like 20-minute animated like storybook. So like it's like you're looking at pages, but then there's like slight movement. So like instead of the bear's head where he's talking, the bear head's just kind of tilting back and forth. And this is of how the bear Winnie Peg wound up at the London Zoo that Christopher Robin goes and visits. And it also kind of says that Christopher Robin had trouble naming Winnie the Pooh until he saw this bear, which I'm not sure about that second part, but the first part was very interesting, and it also deals a little bit with the war, but nothing too difficult. And it's a relative, like the great-grandfather or the grandfather of Lindsay Matlick that she's talking about. Oh, Mattick, sorry. So that's number 6. Number 5 is Piglet's Big Movie. Basically, this is the characters are treating Piglet like he can't be helpful. Piglet kind of feels bad because he wants to be helpful, and then he kind of wanders off, and then they get scared, and then they're spending like the movie trying to find Piglet. Piglet's trying to find them, and they're just kind of missing each other. And some interesting ideas of how to remember something and see it from a different perspective after the events are over. So that was an interesting concept. So that's number 5. Number 4 is Christmas movie. So hopefully you're not like, oh no, not Christmas, it's too soon. And this is Winnie the Pooh, A Very Merry Pooh Year. And this goes from like right before Christmas through the New Year. Lots of Christmas decorations. The friends are trying to send their letter to Santa by having it blow on the wind, and instead of it blowing on the wind, it comes back to Winnie the Pooh. So he has to figure out how to help his friends have a great Christmas. And very cute, very Christmassy. And for number 3, got them a little mixed up. This is Christopher Robin with Ewan McGregor, and this is basically Christopher Robin's an adult. This is a fictional movie. He has, oh, sorry, it just stops sometimes. He has a wife and a young daughter, and he works in a suitcase factory, or a suitcase manufacturer, and basically he's struggling at work, he's struggling at home, and he has to help his friends from childhood who come back, and by helping them, he winds up helping himself, and his daughter's big help as well. And it's a very cute movie. Highly recommend it. I really loved the look of Winnie the Pooh and the other characters and their size. I thought it was very proportional to what a toy would be. And my number 2 is a Tigger Movie, or the Tigger Movie. And basically Tigger is the only one, but in this movie he's kind of feeling sad because he's the only one, and he's trying to find his family. Roo, Kinga's little boy, is trying to help Tigger, but every time they try to help, it kind of makes things worse, and then it does have a happy resolution, but it's a very interesting concept of trying to find one's family and dealing with that kind of issue in a children's movie. So I thought it was great that we are giving children something that is very intelligent as well as entertaining. So that was my number 2, and my number 1 is The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. This is from 1977, and this is the original. It's the movie where it looks like it's a book that's just being read, and the characters are moving throughout the illustrations and the pages, and the letters are helping them sometimes and maybe not helping them so much at other times. And so it's very charming, very sweet, very kind of relaxing film to watch, which I really liked. And you know, I love books, so having a movie about a book being read where the pages are turning, it gives it a sense of timing, and then you can see, like, the words just make it seem like it's this big story that you're listening to and watching, and I just think it's just the perfect movie for Winnie the Pooh. So those are my top 10 Winnie the Pooh films. What did you think? Would you have put something else as number 1? Let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you want to. And until next time, I hope you have a lovely time reading. Bye!